Well, we can now speak to NJ Ayuk, who's CEO of Centurion Law Group, which specialises in oil and gas law in Africa. How are Africa's oil exporters doing? Are they struggling even more than the likes of Saudi Arabia and Iran?
Absolutely. You know, when Saudi Arabia or Iran or some of the big oil producers, when they have a recession, African states have a depression because they rely so much on this product, and huge parts of government spending come out of oil. So when you have, during these difficult times, they take a big hit. And I think African states are suffering. And beyond that, a lot of projects have been canceled and a lot of jobs have been lost. And they're hoping that the market can recover and they can pick up and move out of these really, really difficult times.
What's the solution here? Is it diversifying away from oil and gas and doing it quickly? Or is it getting money from elsewhere, the World Bank, the IMF?
I mean, we always oppose, I chair the African Unity Chamber, we always oppose just going into more debt and asking for more aid from the World Bank. That's not the answer. We have to use African resources to get Africa walking again. And that's what we need to do. So diversification is really key. We need to look at agriculture. We need to look at petrochemicals. We need to look at building other energy industries. And like you mentioned, OPEC at 60, we have to also celebrate that, because at this point we have an African that is championing OPEC, Mohamed Sanusi Bakindo. And this is a time where we get to support him and diversify our economy so that we can weather the storm that will come in the future, because there will be another storm in the future. It just depends of if we are ready.
Yeah, you mentioned the 60th anniversary of the founding of OPEC. Now, the majority of member states are African countries. Does Africa have a big say in OPEC?
Of course, Africa has a big say in OPEC with Nigeria, Angola. Don't forget, we have a very brilliant, charismatic leader of OPEC right now, Mohamed Sanusi Bakindo. That is really, he was one of those responsible for putting the Declaration of Cooperation together a few years back that saved the oil industry, expanded OPEC, brought Russia and other non-OPEC countries together to really walk through oil industry problems. And that is still what is saving the oil market today. But it doesn't stop there. You have to always fight to be on the table, because if you're not on the table, you're going to be on the menu. Africans are tired of being on the menu, and we have to take this opportunity to really diversify economy, have a stronger say, and then move the industry forward. But also don't forget energy poverty, energy transition, climate change. These are going to be issues that Africa and OPEC would have to deal with, and we should not forget that, because we are the ones where we have 850 people with no access to energy, with no access to power, that have to be dealt with. Energy poverty is going to be something that OPEC would have to deal with in the future, no matter what happens.
Thank you very much, NJ Ayuk from Centurion Law Group. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.